Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to wish you all a successful commemoration of African Climate Week edition 2021.
The African continent is home to the world's richest natural and human capital. Africa's bewildering biodiversity and resources and the diversity of people and cultures contribute to the wealth of the planet. However, this wealth is being lost to the devastating impact of climate change. The latest IPCC report has issued a code red for our planet. As a continent that is least responsible for greenhouse gas emissions, Africa is nevertheless the most heavily impacted socially, environmentally, and economically. The diversity loss, extreme events, and land degradation accompanying climate change are hindering the sustainable development of African countries. As we welcome the 2021 celebrations of Africa Climate Week, we must also recognize how the COVID-19 pandemic has exacerbated existing vulnerabilities. Its zoonotic origins exemplify the complexity and interconnectivity of risks. The twin challenges of climate change and the COVID-19 pandemic underscore the need for stronger, coherent, coordinated approaches to adapting to climate change and, more importantly, repairing the relationship between humans and nature. Indeed, climate change is the defining threat of our generation. It exposes the vulnerabilities of some in the greed of others. It calls upon us to work together to decarbonize the heavily polluting industries while creating meaningful employment in green and blue sectors. It asks us to listen to our young people, women and indigenous communities, and to link science, innovation, including people-led ideas, with policy and resources. Above all, it calls upon us to embody the core of African philosophy, Ubuntu, I am because we are. This global threat will require a collective response, because until each of us is safe, none of us are.
The African Union Commission is fully engaged in tackling climate change on multi fronts. In its purpose of institutional reform, the African Union decided to expand the mandate of the Commission to reflect the importance of sustaining the environment and tapping into the blue economy. As such, the Department of Agriculture, Rural Development, Blue Economy, and Sustainable Environment, ARBE, has been upgraded to include the Sustainable Environment and Blue Economy Directorate. Through this expanded mandate, the Commission has stepped up action on climate change, biodiversity loss, increasing occurrence of hydrological and meteorological disasters, and wildlife trafficking, and is also looking at addressing the twin challenges of climate change and COVID-19 through Green Recovery Initiative. The Commission is placing an additional emphasis on blue economy and its diverse components as the new frontier of Africa's prosperity. The African Union Commission is joining its member states, the African Regional Economic Community, and international partners to showcase its collaborative action in this 2021 African Climate Week.
The Department of Agriculture, Rural Development, Blue Economy, and Sustainable Environment is working on a number of programs and projects in collaboration with its partners aimed in enhancing resilience to extreme weather and climate events, adaptation and mitigation to climate change.
Together with UNECA and various partners, we are elaborating the integrated African Union climate change strategy, which takes into consideration the vulnerability and the need of the African continent and the way forward in resolving them. The strategy is expected to be endorsed at the coming fourth Specialized Technical Committee on Agriculture, Rural Development, Water and Environment. On meteorology, the Commission has completed facilitating validation of the Integrated African Strategy on Meteorology, Water and Climate Services, which guides the development and application of weather and climate services on the continent. With support from the European Union, the Commission is implementing the CLIMSA project to strengthen the capacity of member states and regional climate centers to develop climate services for climate-informed policy and decision-making, planning and practice in the sector of agriculture, disaster risk reduction, energy, health and water.
The Commission has embarked on the important task of tackling desertification and land degradation through its flagship project, the Great Green Wall Initiative. Having first started this project in the Sahel region, the department is now working on the extension of the implementation of the Great Green Wall Initiative to the Southern Africa region to enhance SADC regional efforts to build resilience to climate change in the dry lands of Africa. This ambitious project is supported by several partners and stakeholders.
38 of African 55 member states are coastal countries, and many more have access to rich resources from rivers, lakes, and waterways. On blue economy, the African Union has adopted the Blue Economy Strategy, which is promoting the integration of blue carbon and ecosystem services into climate change policies, as well as coastal and aquatic policies. In addition, the Commission is engaging with UNEP and the African Ministerial Conference on Environment to develop a strategy on ocean governance.
On water and environment, the Commission has established a Partners Coordination Platform, or PCP, with a thematic working group cluster on climate change and disaster risk reduction that is addressing the issues of water and climate change adaptation and climate resilience. The platform is facilitating collaboration and building of synergies among partners while supporting regional economic communities and member states to enhance and streamline delivery.
The adverse impacts of natural hazards and disaster, often driven by extreme weather events, has already cost many lives. The Commission, in collaboration with the Italian government, is hosting a situation room for multi-hazard early warning system to support member states with timely data and resources. In addition, the Swedish government, through UNEP, is supporting development of a framework for the operationalization of the multi-hazard early warning system, while the European Union, through the CLIMSAT project, is enhancing capacity of member states and regional climate centers to develop science-based climate services for disaster risk reduction.
There are many practical opportunities to advance climate change agenda in Africa. We need to enhance science, technology, and innovation, including enhancing member states' capacities in weather and climate monitoring and prediction. We need to link Africa's natural resource management with climate strategies, for instance, by investing in climate-smart sustainable agriculture, which is already being considered as a provider of green jobs for our youth.
Africa's people know what they need. They know the environment they live in and have solutions at hand. We must to capitalize on the ideas, knowledge and potential of women and youth by linking them to the right resources, especially in digital world. It is our obligation to build the capacity of our member states to be able to access climate finance from the global climate funds.
We need to follow up on International Climate Fund's commitments, tapping into the $100 billion per year for adaptation and mitigation projects, and various commitments enshrined in the Paris Agreement and Article 6 and made in subsequent meetings.
There is a strong need to enhance our capacity in climate change negotiation, and last but not least is we need to enhance cooperation, collaboration, and engagement with member states, the regional economic community, and the international partners.